After work, I used to feel like a phone on 1% battery. Even simple things, cooking, talking, or folding laundry, felt overwhelming. I was constantly tired, and weekends never felt like enough to recover. I knew I had to make a change. So I experimented, tweaked my routine, and found 8 things that helped me feel human again. Here they are, in reverse order, from the smallest fix to the biggest shift. 8. I started changing my clothes right after getting home. It sounds basic, right? But this little trick had a big psychological impact. When I stayed in my work clothes, I noticed my mind stayed in work mode. I'd check emails during dinner or catch myself replaying a conversation from earlier that day. So I made a rule: the minute I get home, I change into something cozy. Sweatpants, fuzzy socks, oversized hoodie, the whole deal. It's like shedding a layer of stress. One day, I came home from a super tense meeting and felt wired. I changed clothes before even checking my phone. Just doing that simple act calmed me down. It was like telling my brain, we're done now, it's safe to relax. 7. I created a no-talk zone for the first 20 minutes. I love my family, but walking into a barrage of questions like, what's for dinner, or did you pay the bill, made me want to scream. I realized I needed mental silence before I could be social. So I gently set a boundary: the first 20 minutes after I walk in, I don't talk. I don't answer questions. I don't solve problems. I just decompress. Sometimes I sit in my parked car a few extra minutes, breathing deeply with the windows cracked. Or I lie on my bed in silence. It's not dramatic, it's just sacred space. And it's helped me be a much nicer person to be around afterward. 6. I ate a light snack instead of a huge meal. I used to come home ravenous and inhale whatever I found: leftover pasta, chips, chocolate, anything. Then I'd crash on the couch like a zombie. Turns out overloading my digestive system made me even more tired. Now I go for something small but energizing: apple slices with almond butter, a protein shake, or a boiled egg with some fruit. Once I started this habit, I had way more energy in the early evening. I could actually enjoy cooking dinner instead of forcing myself to get off the couch. My mood even improved: fewer grumpy, hangry moments. 5. I took short walks outside even when I didn't want to. This one changed everything. At first, the idea of going back outside after work sounded awful. I just wanted to melt into the sofa. But I started taking 10, 15-minute walks, slowly, without any goal except to breathe. The movement and daylight, or even moonlight, helped signal to my body that the workday was really over. I remember one evening when it was lightly raining. I grabbed an umbrella and walked slowly through my neighborhood. The cool air, the sound of raindrops, the quiet, it felt like my soul got a gentle rinse. I came back and feeling emotionally cleaner. 4. I set a work shutdown routine. I used to shut my laptop mid-email and jump into dinner mode. The result? My brain kept spinning all night. So I created a short ritual to wrap up my day. Now I spend 5 to 10 minutes writing down what I accomplished, what's left to do, and what tomorrow looks like. Then I physically close my laptop, shut the notebook, and say "done" out loud. It's silly, but that little word "done" felt powerful. It helped me stop waking up at 2 a.m. remembering tasks I forgot. It's like putting work thoughts in a mental box and placing it on a shelf for tomorrow. 3. I reduced my evening screen time. I used to crash in front of my phone, scrolling endlessly. TikTok, Reddit, Instagram, it felt like a reward at first, but after an hour I felt mentally fried. My eyes hurt. My brain was buzzing. I wasn't resting, I was distracting myself. So I replaced some of that screen time with calming activities. I started reading short stories, doing gentle yoga, or even coloring. One evening, I lit a candle, put on lo-fi jazz, and colored a mandala for 20 minutes. I was shocked how peaceful I felt. It was like I had created a tiny vacation in my own living room, no passport needed. 2. I started saying no without guilt. I used to accept every plan: dinner invites, errands, favors. I thought I should do it all. But constantly saying yes left me overcommit and exhausted. Now, I pause before agreeing to anything. I ask myself, will this drain me or restore me? If it's draining, I kindly say no without explaining or apologizing. A friend invited me to a movie on a Thursday. I was tempted, but I knew I needed rest. I texted, "Not tonight, I'm taking it easy, can we do the weekend instead?" She understood. And that night, I got the deep, quiet recharge I really needed. 1. I made rest a priority, not a reward. This was the hardest and most important shift. I grew up believing rest had to be earned. I thought I needed to finish every task, please every person, and prove my productivity before I deserved downtime. But burnout taught me this: rest is not a luxury, it's fuel. It's what lets me show up fully tomorrow. So now I schedule a rest. I protect it. I value it. I created a rest corner in my home: soft lighting, cozy chair, blanket, books. I go there without guilt. No phone, no pressure. Just presence. Sometimes I do nothing. And guess what? The world doesn't end. In fact, I show up better the next day, clearer, calmer, more whole. These 8 steps didn't fix everything overnight. But together, they helped me feel more like me again. If you come home drained every day, I hope at least one of these ideas lights a spark. You don't need to change everything. Just begin with one tiny ritual and protect it like your peace depends on it. Because it does.